Chris back again, and today I'm going to be talking about a movie called Ironclad from 2011. This movie was directed by a gentleman named Jonathan English, Johnny English, not Mr. Bean's Johnny English. But anyway, so this is basically the best period piece you've never seen. I don't believe it got a major theatrical release in the United States. I don't even know if it got a theatrical release in England. But it has an all-star cast with James Purefoy, Brian Cox, Paul Giamatti, Kate Mara, Jason Fleming, Charles Dance, just to name a few. I mean, that's an incredible cast, and every single person delivers. Paul Giamatti particularly is great in this as King John. He is tyrannical, he's obsessive, he's obnoxious. I mean, he is everything you would think of a tyrannical English king. The only thing he ain't got is the accent, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, he was excellent in it. But everybody turns in a great performance. So, this is the story of, in 1215, the Magna Carta is signed, basically taking away some of the powers of the monarchy, basically making them not above the law anymore. They are subject to the same laws as the citizenry. And Brian Cox plays a baron, and he and a Knights Templar and some of his men hold up in Rochester Castle, and Paul Giamatti's King John lays siege to said castle for several months, and we basically follow that story throughout the film. James Purefoy's character is the Knight Templar, and his acting, as always, because he is so underrated in my opinion, James Purefoy's acting in this is great. He plays I guess PTSD would be the best word. He plays like a tormented Knights Templar, who has seen some stuff, done some stuff. And, he's tired of fighting. He doesn't want to fight anymore, but he is an honorable man, and he will fight for those who can't fight for themselves, basically. And he thinks that this tyrannical king is someone that needs standing up to. So the chemistry between, Brian Cox, James Purefoy, Kate Mara, she plays the queen of this castle. Her and Purefoy have kind of a subplot love interest thing going on, but that's not really the meat and potatoes of the film. The meat and potatoes of the film is the story of the siege. And man, the acting is not only really, really good, but the action, I mean, there's not a lot of action, but when there is action, there is gratuitous violence. And, you're thinking Braveheart, Gladiator, things like that. And yeah, exactly like that. You're seeing axes, cleave people's skulls. You're seeing people getting cut in half with, those big bastard swords that they used. I mean, it can get very, very graphic and like 0 to 100 real quick with the violence. But that is also, part and parcel for the course when it comes to these kind of films, because it wasn't just a gunshot to the chest and they fall over. Like, this is how this really was. Back then, when you killed someone, it was up close and personal. You saw the, light fade from their eyes, if you will. And they captured that, like, really well in this film. They captured the war of attrition that a siege brings on, the starving, the water issues, the pestilence, all that kind of stuff that you see in that kind of setting, they really bring to light. Jonathan English does a very good job of accentuating the siege element of it and the fruitlessness of a protracted war of attrition. Like, he captures that well. And the performances are great, the action's great, the direction is really good. My only I guess complaint about the film is, for every awesome bit of acting or writing or action, it has some pacing issues. Sometimes it feels like it drags. Sometimes you're sitting there waiting like, okay, when is something going to happen? It does have a couple of pacing issues, But overall, the film is a 4-star film. It is an excellent film. If you take away the pacing issues and you simply look at the acting, the performances, the cinematography, the way that things are portrayed on screen, it is a phenomenal film. And I hate that it hasn't gotten more recognition over the past decade or so, because it really is an excellent period piece. And like I said, Paul Giamatti, he shines as the tyrannical king. He's really the highlight of the film for me. I loved watching him perform. But yeah, dude, this movie is well worth your time. Good luck finding it. I had to rent it on the Netflix DVD mailing queue. I had to get it from there because you can't find it to stream anywhere. It's quite expensive to buy on Amazon or places like that. So if you ever get a chance to see it, I highly recommend taking that dive and getting in there, because it is well worth your time. Like I said, it is the best period piece you've never seen. It's a 4-star film. Check it out if you can find it. And it's great, guys. Worth your time, for sure. If you guys want to get connected with more Cinema Dolce 56 content, go to Facebook. Find our group on there. Use a little magnifying glass, look up Cinema Dolce, and join the group. Participate in discussions, write your own reviews, all that kind of stuff. Participate. We look forward to seeing you guys. And as always, if you keep watching them, I'll keep making them. God bless and peace out, my friends.